Hi guys, Mr. L here again. Hopefully you're all doing well. Last class we learned a little bit about micronutrients, those vitamins and minerals that our bodies need. Today we're going to be learning about macronutrients, which make up the majority of our diet, and that's where our bodies get energy from. There are 3 types of macronutrients. This might be review for you guys. I just want to see if you all already know what the 3 macronutrients are before we talk about them. So what I'd like for you to do right now is I'd like for you to chat to your teacher what the names of the 3 macronutrients are, if you know them. We're back. If you said that the 3 macronutrients were fat, protein, and carbohydrates, then you're right. So big air high five to those that got it. Now we said that the macronutrients provide energy to our body, and that's true. All of our energy comes from those 3 macronutrients. The energy that we're talking about is usually measured in calories, which is a word I'm sure you guys have heard, you're familiar with. But there are calories in all the food that we eat. That's basically how much energy our body's taking in when we eat that particular food. And then we're using calories throughout the day with everything that we do. And the concept of energy balance is obviously, having the calories used to be about equal to the calories taken in. And that's all part of a healthy diet, healthy lifestyle. That's a topic for another lesson. Today we're focused mostly on the macronutrients. What we really want you guys to know is 3 things. 1 is how the body uses macronutrients. Already talked about that. It's energy. 2 is how many calories per gram are in each macronutrient. And then 3 is we want you to be able to look on a food label and find any information you might need about those 3 macronutrients. All right, the calories per gram is pretty straightforward. We're going to do a quick fitness activity in a second that'll help us remember that. But carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. Protein also has 4 calories per gram, and fat has 9. Pretty simple. The first activity is macronutrient card fitness, and I have a few Uno cards here. What we're going to do is we're going to link different colors of Uno cards to the different macronutrients. So we have 3 colors in this deck: red, yellow, blue. We're going to say that red is carbohydrate, blue is protein, and yellow is fat. So I'm going to call out a random exercise. Whatever I call out, I'm going to draw a card. If it's a red carbohydrate card, then we're going to do 4 of whatever that exercise is, because there are 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate. If I draw a blue protein card, again, we're going to do 4 because there are 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate. And if I draw a yellow fat card, then we're going to do 9 because 9 calories per gram of fat. All right, are we ready? First exercise is jumping jacks. Let's see what we draw. Ooh, it's a fat card, so we have 9 jumping jacks. Exercise number 2 is push-ups. Let's see what we get. Protein, so 4 push-ups, and that can be any style. If you don't want to do regular push-ups, you can do knee push-ups. Exercise number 3 is plank, and we drew a red carbohydrate, so 4 seconds of plank. Exercise number 4 is star jumps, and again we're back with protein, so let's knock out 4 star jumps. Exercise number 5 is a straddle stretch, and we're back with fat, so 9 seconds of straddle stretch. And our last exercise is crunches, and we're left with the red 4, so 4 crunches for the carbohydrates. Now, how this information relates to your diet is a little bit more complicated. It's recommended that you should get about half of your calories per day from carbohydrates, and that doesn't mean refined grains, junk food. That means fruits and vegetables. That means whole grains. You want to have nutrient-rich carbohydrate sources. You should get about 25% from protein and about 25% from fat. And of course, we already know that those fats, you should be seeking out the unsaturated fat and limiting the saturated. So those are just some quick guidelines there. When you're looking on a food label, and sorry I didn't put my screen-on-screen Castify for this one, but I kind of want you to look on your own food label while I'm talking about it. All the macronutrient info's at the top, and they're often bolded. Like this one, it says total fat right here. In bold, tells me that there are 8 grams of fat. My carbohydrate down below, kind of down towards the middle, and then it has a breakdown. That's where I find added sugar, which sugar is a carbohydrate. And then at the very, very bottom is usually protein. So it'll tell me exactly how many grams it has. It also has a percentage next to that. The percentage is the RDA, which is approximately what percent of the total macronutrient intake you're getting from this food in a day. Again, that's based off a 2,000 calorie diet, and it's going to vary a little bit for everyone depending on how many calories they're taking in. All right, before we do our last activity, you guys are going to need to find a couple things from around your learning space. You're going to first need a ball that you can safely throw. If you don't have a ball, sock ball works wonderfully well. Just take 2 socks and roll them into a ball. It's soft, very unlikely to break something. You need 3 objects that you can throw your ball into. And, you know, this could be, I'm using Tupperware. You could use laundry baskets, trash cans, anything that makes a decent target that your ball will easily fit into. And then you're also going to need 3 pieces of paper. On one piece, you're going to write protein. On one, you're going to write carbohydrate. And on the third, you're going to write fat. And you're going to use these pieces of paper to label your 3 targets. I'm going to give you a minute to find that, and then I'll give you instructions for the activity. So my setup looks like this. I have a food label, which we'll get to in a second. I have my 3 containers. I'm going to label them. Let's put my fat over here on the left. Let's put my carbohydrate here in the middle, and let's put my protein on the right. Okay. Each time, I also have my sock ball that I'm using for my ball. I'm going to move a challenging distance away, and each time I make a shot, I basically earn 1 gram of those macronutrients. Now, where the food label fits in, I'm actually going to look on the food label. I know this is too far away for you guys to see. I'm going to see how many grams of each of those 3 macronutrients the particular food has, and I'm going to try to duplicate that by making shots in the appropriate container. So this food, 1 bar, has 14 grams of carbohydrate, 2 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fat. So I'm going to try to make 14 shots in here, 4 shots in here, and 2 shots in here. And all the while earning up my macronutrients. And when I do that, if I did the math at the end, I would find that my total calories equal 100, which is how many calories is in 1 bar here. Okay? The plane is going to look something like this. Oh, there's 1 gram of carbohydrate. There's 2. And there's a protein. I got it! Finally! Got my last gram of fat, and I'm done.